Hello everybody, welcome to back to part 27. So, I'm going to try and talk through this as fast as we can because I did a whole lot of shit. Oh, game just froze up. So we got Rosel, Corbin, and Pantool. Corbin is receiving some treatment for misses the spot because it's very important to increase your amount of crit because crit heals have a base chance of 5% per hero healed. So it's only a 5% chance doing that. With reducing the chances of her getting a crit heal, then we can't have that. That's very, very important to keep. And I don't want it to become a serious problem like this because it's going to take a lot more to remove it. We got Bondeville, the very first hero that I can remember that we're going to actually use stress treatment on. Going to use one on Pantool, one on Corbin, and maybe one on Roussel, but I don't really want to spend up too much gold because this is my team that's making gold, but with them in the condition that they are now, right now, they can't really continue to do too much more. So this team is going to be hospitalized for a couple more weeks in order for me to get everybody treated. So what we're going to do now is we were going to take the Femme Fatales out for a spin into the Warrens. But instead, I think I'm actually going to remove these characters, and we're going to go for our team that marks enemies. Mark them for death. And we're going to make sure... Oh, shit. I forgot to make sure I got the skills and equipment ready before we did this. Oh, well, shit. I was planning on doing this quickly, but... guess that's not going to happen now, is it, Troy? Well, I guess you can just see me gear up here. Gonna take some speed for our bounty hunter to make sure that he goes close to being first because his mark reduces enemy protection, and the Houndmaster will be able to do a follow-up with his Hound's Rush on any rank, so that's gonna be our plan. So we're gonna put some heavy damage on this guy. For our Occultist, we're gonna get a chance to move enemies better, and you'll see why that comes into play in a moment. Against the Swine, we'll take the Healing Grease for the Arbalist. Tell you what, instead of losing max HP, I think I'll take this Move Amulet. I don't think I need to worry too much about debuffing dodge in a apprentice level dungeon. But I do need to worry about keeping my max HP as high as possible so I'm harder to kill. What else do we need? Dodge. Yeah, we'll take some dodge on our Houndmaster. No, dodge, yes. We're gonna get some Fortifying Garlic on this guy. Lower his chances of being bled. What's his bleed? 70. You got 83, 50, 40, 40. Yeah, you'll be okay with that. Let's get some accuracy. And for our Arbalist, I guess I'll take more healing because that's probably what I'm going to use her for the most. And that seems about good. Unless I'm going to switch one of these around and give accuracy and crit to my other character, but he needs his dodge. Bounty Hunter has plenty of HP to be able to defend himself. Okay, I think we're good. Yes, alright. Yes, got through it in 4 minutes. Usually my record is 5 minutes, but hey, can't win them all. Alright, we're going into Apprentice level dungeon. Here's what the rewards are for each of them. This is a bleed charm. I would get that, but it's a short dungeon. It's not worth it. This is a long dungeon, and that's too much EXP for our characters. This is a beast ring, but once again, it's a medium veteran dungeon. Not going for it now. And this is a long veteran, but that's the wield. We don't have a team ready for that. So our best option is to go into the Warrens, and that's why I've selected this quest. Once again, in the Warrens, there's plenty of food, so I'm going to take a teensy-weensy bit less. I'm going to take plenty of bandages and plenty of shovels. Not taking any anti-venom because we don't need that for a curio. Gonna take 2 holy waters. Where's the keys? 2 keys. And we're gonna take 16 torches because... Or no, we're gonna take 15. I gotta save that 75 gold. I know it seems like I'm penny pinching here, but you guys saw in the last episode I ran so low that I had to sell a couple of trinkets, and you can only afford to do that so many times because trinkets are only worth a small amount of gold, and you know, a pile of gold is 1,700. Common trinket is only 1,000. That adds up over the course of 80 weeks. I've taken extra shovels because I think that in the Warrens we're gonna need. We're going to have a lot of blockages. There's even a couple of loading screens that said, hey, there's a shit ton of blockages down here. And the pathways, they're not winding. The Warrens tend to be more of like a square kind of maze sort of area. I'm actually starting to think that it might be a good idea to switch these around. That way their speed is even, and one of them may go before the other. And I'm taking this to switch it out between the campfires, just in case anybody's got any camping skills. For the most part, everybody has encouragement and stuff, so we'll be okay. Let's begin. Awfully quiet. These loading screens. Oh man, look at that guy right there. That's actually a person that's been torn in half and hung on top of the door.
To prosecute our war against the swine, we must first scout their squalid homes.
Let us scout the squalid homes of the swine.
A fortune, waiting to be spent.
And look at that, we found the... Oh, shit! I feel like that moment right there was the... Ooh, a piece of candy underneath a cardboard box with a stick. Let me touch. I grabbed the fucking candy, and the trap gets sprung. Nothing. Empty.
A handsome reward for a task well performed.
Got a trap here. 90, 60, 90. Want to use better resolve. Deviant tastes, blah blah blah. Flawed. Eh. Go ahead and do it, Bounty Hunter. So the Bounty Hunter and the Hound Master are extremely good against
Packs laden with loot are often low on supplies.
These enemies because collect bounty. Look at that. 90% damage versus marked, plus 20% damage versus human. And the Beastmaster here, or Hound Master, I keep calling him a Beastmaster, but he might as well be a Beastmaster. He's got 70% damage versus marked and 20% versus beast. Damage versus marked, so absolutely massive damage boosts, and debuffing the enemy's dodge and protection and whatnot. And the idea behind this team is to mark an enemy, weaken them, and then absolutely obliterate the shit out of them. And all of the enemies down here, almost all of them, are either beasts or human. Some of them are both. Why is there no enemies? Oh, there they are. They were hiding. They wanted me to come this way and then ambush me. What is up with all of the surprises that keep happening? This is a blessing. Okay, so these enemies in the back don't have protection, but these guys in the front do. These guys in the back mostly have dodge. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a small bit of damage to this guy, bring him forward 2 tiles, and do that instead of marking him for protection. Marked. Let's mark the other swine. Alright, Mr. Doggy Dog. These dog treats are free. They come with the Houndmaster, and you can see 50% damage. This thing is a beast. And you can see this other thing below where it says Swine Slasher is human and beast at the same time.
Decimated.
One-shotted. Go ahead, get a Marvelist.
Eradicated.
And that is the power of marking enemies. These fucking hooked enemies, they move backwards 1 tile every time they hit. So help me God, if you mark me, if you fucking slap me one more time with that hook. Collect bounty.
Executed with impunity.
I'm gonna use this bandage. Now you might be wondering why I didn't bring Junia's head for the occultist. It's because this is an apprentice dungeon. We can get away with that. And this Damon's Pull, enemies like the swine are very positionally dependent on
Be gone.
yeah, they're very position dependent. So pulling them out of position can be very favorable to us. Because they might not be able to use a stress attack, or perhaps they'll use a very weak attack like the skeletons when moved too far to the front or back. Hunger. Hunger checks happen a lot when you're walking through empty spaces. Fun fact for you, hunger events are actually a real tile. If you had developer tools enabled, you'd actually be able to see the hunger tiles spawn and avoid the hunger tiles to never get a hunger check in a dungeon. That's also why you get less hunger checks, or no hunger checks, in hallways that are already filled with items. So remember that for your routing when you go through a dungeon. Fuck!
Curious is the trap maker's art. His efficacy unwitnessed by his own eyes.
Shut up, piggy boys. Alright. You think you're so fucking smart. That madman needs to die. When the madman is pulled towards the front, I think that he can't use his full party stress, but he can use accusation. Oh, he dodged the mark. That's very rare for an enemy to dodge a mark. Okay, well, we'll debuff his fucking dodge then. That one's human. This other one's a beast, though. He can do enough damage. Fucking destroy him. Alright, there we go. His dodge is gone. We've disabled that enemy's primary method of defense.
Destroyed.
We can just might kill this one without even having to... Actually, you know what? I'm going to mark him because next turn it's going to be over, right? And if this adds 3 speed, we might be able to outspeed this swine wretch. There you go, buff for speed. Oh, that bleed's gonna hurt. He goes first.
Annihilated.
Absolutely fucking destroyed. A lot of people don't have the patience to use mark teams, but I mean, I guess rightly so, huh? Because if you miss the mark or miss the attack on mark, and plus the marks go away after so long, but I don't think there's many enemies that are gonna last for 3 rounds being marked. Yeah, but yeah, it's just the patience and discipline that you have to do that sort of thing. But it is very much worth it.
Sedated.
I'm gonna start healing with my characters to keep everybody's HP topped up as much as I can. Oh, he just stunned my Houndmaster, which that actually removes guard. So the guy in the front who's bleeding is no longer protected. Can I just kill this guy outright? I could. But it's 6 to 11. He might survive. Dodge! Yay! Bleed again! Son of a bitch! Yeah, the Arbalist buffs the amount of healing received, so it's kind of an emotional roller coaster when it comes to healing with the Occultist. Sometimes he can heal for a lot, sometimes he heals for absolutely fucking nothing.
To the pit.
And that's why we have the Arbalist to increase the amount of healing received. And that does work on food items as well. When we end this battle, if he still has this buff of healing received, eating food, it will restore extra HP. Which is very nice. Very, very nice. What am I doing? Heal up, bro. There we go. Oh, that's okay. Oh, god fucking damn it. You know I was gonna kill him. Alright, fine. Fuck. Just trying to top everybody's HP off. It's gonna spawn more enemies if I fuck around too much, so.
Continue the onslaught. Destroy them all.
Yes. This can remove a negative quirk if we give up a torch. So, who here has serious problems that we need to get rid of? Hagiomania? Yeah, we lose control of him and he might start touching fucking Eldritch altars and shit. Not only that, but he's got fear of Eldritch, so both of those are really bad. Tone Deaf, I don't really pair this guy with the Jester that much. That's Inspiring Tune. She doesn't even have any problems. So I guess our Occultist. Bad Gambler, we can avoid that. We'll just send him somewhere else. Flawed Release, that's bad, but we can live with it. Most of his damage is melee. His ranged attacks is already minus 80% damage modifier, so yeah, not much gonna happen there. I think we'll use the Occultist and get rid of a negative quirk by burning it. Fear of Eldritch is gone. I would have much preferred Hagiomania, but this was free. I'll take it. Doomsay. I hate you. Very much. I just want you to know that. Alright. Well, this guy's a beast. But I'm gonna mark him. I know that we're debuffing protection and whatnot, but just getting him marked will make sure that the next attack that hits him kills him. Man, those hooks where it hurts. Those things are, oh, actually, that actually helped me out. Thanks. Because you just put him in position to be, having a bounty collected on his face.
Obliterated.
Occultist, please go first. Maybe we could just go for a raw attack. Yeah, let's go for a raw one. That was not as much damage as I had hoped. Alright, well, the Raving Madman is gonna get another go on us. Damn! Tried to collect a bounty on him. He broke my ankles. And now you can see the difference if you try to just attack raw with a marking team. You kill stuff, yeah, but the difference of damage is astronomical. We use fancy words on this channel, alright? Astronomical. Mickey, you'll get that reference. If you ever watch this video. Right. I'm just gonna go for the heal on them. They're really piling all of the damage and the bleeds and shit on my bounty hunter.
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
These guys, they get a higher and higher chance of crits as the dungeons go onwards. Ooh. Oops. Just dropped a pillow on my computer. I hope that was not extremely loud to hear. Ha ha ha! Survives with 1 HP. I'm gonna use a medicinal herb to cure this. Plus 15% stress until you camp is that's not good. Also, him dodging is not good either.
Another one falls.
You might have got to see it for a split second there, but the minimum damage of the Beast Master was 10, which means a hit is a guaranteed kill.
Sedated.
Hey, our healing paired up quite nicely there.
Another abomination cleansed from our lands.
This map is so empty. Okay, what we got here? We got, I'll get rid of this anti-venom. And here's a Journal Darius, the Highwayman. Day 8, Moira has been afflicted with the sickness. It must have been some rotting air from a coffin she insisted on piercing with her spade. You can imagine the rest of it in my voice. Why is this map so empty? I was absolutely sure that there would be a battle in there. Also, where the hell are all of the blockades? These tunnels are just empty. Ah, there we go. Let's see if we can get a kill straight up. Nah. I mean, we could, but it's unlikely. So, let's make it more likely. And buff our speed for the next turn, so we'll be able to outspeed the next guy. Bleed? Bleed. Ooh, dodged it. That's okay, though. We've got another guy purely dedicated to marking, pulling, and slashing. And healing. By chance. Syphilis.
Slowly, gently. This is how a life is taken.
Are you sure about that, Wayne? Because we're about to take one of their... Oh, vertigo. Alright, well, you say slowly and gently. Bounty Hunter says quickly and violently.
Their formation is broken. Maintain the offensive.
Ironically, we can't target the first rank with that. I'm gonna try and get a small amount of stress relief. There we go. Tiny victories.
Press this advantage. Give them no quarter.
Citrines! Yay! I'll finally take
In
one.
Radiance, may we find victory.
Because my torchlight was at 76 out of 76 out of 100. So, torches only restore 25.
Glittering gold, trinkets and baubles. Paid for in blood.
There's one of the blockages. Now, in the tunnels, oftentimes you might have an option of actually going around the blockage. So you could bring less shovels, but I like to bring them because...
If only treasure could staunch the flow of otherworldly corruption.
I could use the stress relief more on my bounty hunter than the other guy. Yeah, there we go. I'm gonna mark this guy in the back because it's a much higher chance. Or actually, you know what? Pull. Because we inflict a little bit of damage. And he doesn't have protection, he's got speed, so. Yeah, see? 11 health. He could have had a chance to survive otherwise if we didn't do the pull. But now he's got no chance. Unless we miss. So die!
As the fiend falls, a faint hope blossoms.
That faint hope blossoming is your mom! Oh, no. Okay, good. Oh, yeah. He's marked. Son of a bitch. He survived with 1 HP. Good dodge. Finish him. Good job. Pull him. Yeah, there we go. Mark the next guy.
A powerful blow.
Oh, I forgot to mention that for some reason, the occultist, his vulnerability hex, once he gets it leveled up, like even now, it's got a pretty substantial crit modifier, so he tends to get a lot of crits with that ability. It's kind of freaky. but kinda cool at the same time. That's how this team alleviates stress. Critical hits and kills. If you don't like it, I think the bounty hunter has a response for you. Yeah, speed buffs to make sure they go first on the second and third rounds.
Triumphant pride precipitates a dizzying fall.
So, only one character's stress is relatively high. The longer I wait to camp, the greater the chance that I can guarantee that I end this dungeon with very little stress. Let's just check what's in each direction. Maybe there's a map scrawled on the occult scrolling? Okay, there's nothing.
The match is struck. A blazing star is born.
Let's pop this chest open, see what we get. Pile of gold! Ooh. Pile of bones. We can use holy water on this, yeah? Anti-venom, we don't need that down here. Unless we run into spiders. But I'd take a citrine over fucking anti-venom down here. I'm gonna mark rank 2 because that one has the highest chance of being attacked by all of our troops. Because of our sniper in the back. Go ahead, smack him. Dead. And since only our arbalist can go this turn, I think it's safe to mark the guy in the back so we can snipe him. Snipe. And damage versus mark is the boost that she gets after scoring a critical hit. Crazy, isn't it? I think we might just go for some raw. Actually, you know what? Stress relief. We're gonna mark him and go for a raw, not a raw, just a straight up attack to kill him next turn.
Soothed. Sedated. The blood pumps. The limbs obey.
Finish him off. Done.
As victories mount, so too will resistance.
I think I can dump the medicinal herbs. We have plenty of food now, so we don't need any more. We don't have an antiquarian, so we don't need to try and interact with as many items as we can. Nobody's got any debuffs on them? Nobody? Okay, good. I think I've been going overkill on the shovels, but that's okay. I'd rather go one shovel overkill than having to use our bare hands on a single one. Hunger. Eat up. Shit, have a feast if you like. We will soon. It's getting near the end of the dungeon. Let's go to this room battle with a curio.
Finding the stuff is only the first test. Now it must be carried home.
There we go. Ah, surprise! We're gonna mark the swine wretch in the back. Can't be giving any more diseases. Now the Plague Doctor is something that, one of our features that I have not actually gone over is her ability to cure disease, as well as the Grave Robber. The Grave Robber is better at doing it than the Doctor is, ironically, but yeah, she's able to cure disease. We'll showcase that sooner or later. If we don't keep getting our fucking ankles broken by these swine drummers and shit. Oh boy. This gonna hurt, ain't it? How much damage will I inflict? 2 to 4? I mean, if that means a chance of stopping that bastard from vomiting on us again, I guess I'll take it. And I think it'll stop the Swine Chopper from using Butcher's Cut, since he's not in rank 1 and 2. Ah! Shit. It was a gamble. It was 2 to 4 damage and he had 3 HP left. Exactly 1 HP.
The ground quakes.
Nice hit. Healing skills buffed. Nice. This guy's got 0 dodge. I'm just gonna heal up, because if they get a crit on this guy, he's gonna be in the danger zone. You always gotta think about that. And he's both bleeding and burning right now with acid on his fucking face, so... that probably hurts. I'm not quite sure, though. I've never had myself burning with acid and all of that shit on my face before. But I'm gonna go out on a limb and assume that it hurts. A lot.
A death by inches.
Nice. It eats away at my flesh, he says. Crit heal. And then he bleeds it. Oh, that's the, that's what you get for healing with an occultist, basically. Excuse me. Yeah, next turn I was gonna have you murder him. We're killing one guy a turn, man.
Seize this momentum. Push on to the task's end.
Oh, it won't let me camp right here on the spot. Oh, guess I'm gonna dump these fucking citrines. Nobody needs you. Nobody likes you. Nobody loves you. Somebody's gonna make like fan art of fucking citrine just with a sad face. So if we camp here, we can't get a food check. And then if we do get one, okay, so I think that we can safely just... Oh, shit. Yeah. Eat. All of you. Cure that. Take the portrait, because we need that to upgrade our other shit. I'll take you, Citrine, and throw away this extra food. We're gonna camp here. And what is this? Ancient barbaric rituals, you say? Ooh! Hagiomania removed! Nice! That was a completely random occurrence for me just touching that thing like that, but nice! We're gonna camp when the dungeon ends. So that way we can try to end with 0 stress on everyone. Because as it sits right now, we can leave. Ah, yes! Treasure room! Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Such blockages are unsurprising. These tunnels predate even the earliest settlers.
Hunger, go eat, eat, eat. Okay, so, what do we got? We got 1 curio here, we're standing on the treasure room, we got a room battle. So let's do this room battle, get that curio, and then come back, use the key. Bandits. We haven't seen you guys in a while. Oh well, the bigger they are. Nah, I'm kidding. So, this bandit formation is actually interesting. The first idea would be, oh, mark this guy and destroy the shit out of his face. Well, here's the thing. When the Brigand Fusilier is in the front, he has to use a rushed shot attack, which will have him move back 1 square. But since this guy takes up 2 squares, he moves all the way forward. But this Brigand Cutthroat, he has a ability, I think it's like Stumbling Slice or Weak Slice or something like that, when he's in rank 4 specifically, and it moves him forward. And this Brigand Bloodletter, who's in the front here, he has like point blank shot, he has a full party stress attack, rain of whips, but if he's not in rank 1, the only thing he can use is punishment, which is single target stress. So this one movement of pulling this guy in the back forward fucks up their entire party composition instead of destroying like this front big guy. But it depends on who moves first. Oh, he resisted it! Well, RNG says fuck you. So I'll say fuck you back with a crit. Alright, let's mark the big guy. Mark the other guy too. I'll just hope he doesn't use point blank shot. Ah! Okay, good. He didn't crit. Smash him.
The bigger the beast, the greater the glory.
One-shotted! Ah!
Weaken.
I'm telling you, this is the power of marking teams. They take down champions, big enemies. They crush shit.
Vigor is restored. This expedition at least promises success.
Alright, so, we don't need that anti-venom. I bet you it's like a pile of fucking bones or something. Oh no, it's a torch.
Wealth beyond measure. Awarded to the brave and the foolhardy alike.
Alright, now I would be able to just walk forward and walk backwards and avoid stress damage, but the thing is, we might get a hunger check, and if we do, we're not going to get a feast. Okay, so let's eat this food. Feast. Rest.
Huddled together, furtive and vulnerable. Rats in a maze.
First things first. Let's prevent the nighttime ambush. Because if we get ambushed at night, this team doesn't have a lot of stuff to help them shuffle around, so you don't want to get surprised with them at all. That's exactly why I have this Hound Master in here. You get pushed out of position with this team, a little bit they can handle. You know, the Occultist and the Bounty Hunter moving around the front two ranks, fine. Maybe the Hound Master moving forward once, or backwards once, that's fine. This character forward or backwards once. But if this Arbalest gets put in the front, the Bounty Hunter all the way in the back, and the fucking... yeah, they're gonna get destroyed. We're gonna use the Therapy Dog here, with this stress healing trinket. Melt the stress off everyone. And give our Arbalest some encouragement. And now it doesn't matter what we use, so... Does anybody have anything for, like, loot? No, we don't have an antiquarian or anything. But I guess I can showcase you some of the abilities that I've taken with them to accentuate this team. Tracking, to reduce the chance of being surprised and getting the surprise first. Because you might have also noticed that this team, their speed isn't very high either. But we surprise enemies very frequently because of abilities like tracking and preventing the nighttime ambush and stuff, and having our torchlight nice and high. This is how we do it, you know, accuracy and crit, 10 accuracy, 8 crit, just like the focus ring. We've got a march ability here that we can use. This is the end of the dungeon, so it doesn't really matter what I use, but I'm just kind of showing you guys this stuff. You know, +2 speed. And just in case anybody doesn't know how speed works in Darkest Dungeon, speed is not a flat guarantee. It's whatever your speed is, plus a random number between 1 and 8. And whatever you roll is gonna decide who goes first and in which order every round. Unless there's something like a surprise. Because when we, as the party, get surprised, our party's order gets randomized. But when the enemy gets surprised, all of our troops go first. So, yeah, it's not a guarantee. So if you're just like 1 speed above an enemy, there's just a slight chance that you might go first. But being a full 8 points higher of speed means that you are guaranteed to go before that enemy. So you can play around with speed quite a lot, and this marching plan evens it out for us and the enemy quite a bit. And speed is very important because lots of stress enemies are like 8, 9, or even 10 speed in the Madman's case. That's also why the Grave Robber is extremely strong for this area, and why the Femme Fatales is a group that I use in this area. Strength, Dark Strength. He can stress himself out a little bit, and, you know, I could have used that before Therapy Dog if his stress was really low. So, you know, we would cancel that out, there would be no stress. But yeah, this party's got what they need. They're definitely not consistent, but their extremes reach so far that you can see that this party, instead of needing to sustain, they wouldn't need to in the first place, because they can hit such extreme amounts of damage, like destroying a champion enemy in one hit, like this fucking bounty hunter here. He did exactly 42 damage. All of that monster's HP. And if my plan would have worked, like that enemy would have did the rush shot, he would have missed, and the dude wouldn't have been able to use point blank shot. We would have killed that entire group of enemies with a champion in it without them ever being able to attack back, not one time. That's the power. They can pull enemies out of position. They're vulnerable to being out-positioned. And that's the group of people that mark for death. So I guess I'm just gonna click this now. This guy also has like abandon hope, stress relief on himself, and he just kind of stresses out everybody else, fucking complaining and shit. But that's not worth using. Not normally, anyways.
As the light gains purchase, spirits are lifted, and purpose is made clear.
Alright. Use the key. Big ass puzzle pieces, boy. We're just gonna toss these shovels because we don't need them. Wait a minute, the shovels are worth a tiny bit more than the holy water. Yeah. Swap those out. Be as cheap as I can. Just fucking drink the holy water. Drink it. Even though it does nothing for us. It sustains me.
The twisting tunnels seem a little less impossible.
Fun fact, one more thing for you guys. Another reason why I camp like that at the end of a dungeon, a character with a lower amount of stress has a smaller chance of catching a disease or getting a negative quirk at the end of a dungeon. And for successfully completing the dungeon, they have a higher chance of getting a positive quirk. There's almost no chance of getting a positive quirk from failing a dungeon. And there's always a chance of getting a negative. And there's always a chance of a positive. It's just what boosts your favors. Like being at 100 stress, you've got like a 45% chance, I think, or something like that, of getting a negative one. And that's if you're successful. If you oh god, excuse me, hiccups. If you fail, it's like 60 or something.
Trouble yourself not with the cost of this crusade. Its noble end affords you broad tolerance in your choice of means.
My choice of means is survival, that's what it is. We didn't get too much gold from that quest. I'm not entirely happy about the results, but we got as much as we possibly could. And, well, not being satisfied with that means that you needed an antiquarian on that run. But, unfortunately, her team is kind of out of commission still, so we're gonna have to rest them up. Thank you everybody for watching, and have a good time. I'm probably gonna stall for another 20 seconds at the end of this episode. Just show you guys a little bit so those cards don't fucking pop up and get in the way anyways. On guard for a flagellant. Very nice. Winded. That's bad. Cove Explorer. Actually, you know what? Winded as a negative trait on characters that you party with a Vestal is actually pretty good. Because if you think about it, if they've got bleed or blight on them or something, it makes it easier for a real Vestal to outspeed them. So, meaning if your flagellant is hurt, his speed is lower, it's more likely that his bleed or blight or whatever is gonna tick after he's healed, rather than him going first, before the Vestal. So speed being high or low isn't always necessarily good or bad. Sometimes it's good or bad for either or. But each character, they are what they are. It's your job to balance them, and it's your job to make the call. And if you don't make one, it's going to be made for you. Alright, let's check out the rest of these. Cove Explorer, very nice. There's a lot of eldritch enemies in the cove. Perhaps we're going to take this guy for that. Hard Noggin, tough. Weak grip. Tough. I like tough a lot. Tough is really good. Really, really fucking good. It makes them that much harder to one-shot. Alright. Showed you the people that have shown up in the wagon. Maybe I can show you guys the possible quest rewards. So you might be able to see what's in the future for the next episode. Quick draw term. Very nice. Cauldron. Straight up 20% fat chunk of damage. Rabbit foot. Book of Relaxation. Accuracy and stress reduction. Hero's Ring. We might actually get this. Tough Ring. Protection. Max HP. Very good on characters that don't need their offense. Or if their offense is mostly like damage over time based. Kind of like the Plague Doctor. How a lot of her damage is blight. She still has good damage with her bleeding melee attacks, but those are for the front line. And if you have Noxious Blast, well, you might not need it. Agility Talisman. Oh, no, wait, Talisman. No, it's Talon. Oh, that's for the Bounty Hunter. 3 medicines? Caregiver's Convention. That would be quite nice to lock some of our heroes' positive quirks, but the only team we've got that can take on the Champion Dungeon is our vampire killers, and we need to save them because they're going to be level 5 soon, and I'd rather save their final fight for a boss. And Scouting Whistle. If the torch is below 51, 20% scouting chance. That's actually really good. Your torch being brighter actually increases your chance of scouting. This balances it out, though, and makes it worth it. Alright. See you, everybody. Gonna end the video here. I've hit the 1 hour mark. Almost.